PNC is flat broke. Over 2,100 cases of dengue, and $5 billion approved for gas-to-energy project. I am Rico Borford, and this is Uncut News. To see news happening, send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. The PNC, our nation's largest opposition party, is flat broke. According to reports, they are unable to hold overdue elections due to financial constraints. The party's General Council meeting, which should have been held since last year, was planned for this weekend, but it may be pushed back because the party does not have enough funds to conduct the elections. Many of the party's financiers have walked away since they left power 3 years ago, causing challenges for the party in doing political work. And, as if to add insult to injury, Guyanese critic has publicly offered to contribute $3 million to the PNC for it to host its elections, as the price tag is reported to be $2.4 million. Troy Resources Guyana Incorporated, a mining company headquartered in Australia, is closing its gold mining operations in Ghana due to market infeasibility, according to them. The company announced the sale of its assets, including mining and exploration equipment, shipping containers, catering, and accommodation equipment, as well as office equipment and furniture. And in other gold-related news, the Ghana Gold and Diamond Miners Association has accused mines officers of allowing illegal mining in gold fields owned by small and medium-scale miners, contributing to the decline in the nation's gold declarations. The GTEats has urged the government to take action against illegal mining activities and remove rogue elements in the industry, whilst also calling for improved accessibility to minerals with new infrastructure, such as roads to access new areas with high mineralization. The Mardia Secondary School dormitory will not be rebuilt, and some girls will instead be transferred to President's College. Girls in grades 9, 10, and 11 will attend classes at President's College, and there may be a delayed opening of some schools until dorms are properly fixed for them. My Kobe Village will get a secondary school, and existing as well as new dormitories must meet minimum standards for facility, security, and fire prevention equipment. The Education Minister was unaware of a comprehensive design model for government buildings that takes into account ventilation, wind direction, maintenance, and energy-saving technologies. The Data Protection Amendment Bill of 2023 was passed by the National Assembly, aiming to regulate the collection, processing, use, as well as dissemination of personal data and protect a person's right to privacy, supposedly. The bill defines personal data, outlines principles for its processing, and establishes the Data Protection Office with a commissioner responsible for implementing the act. The Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs stated that the bill is critical for modernizing the nation's legislative framework, as well as facilitating the implementation of e-governance. 2 children are critically ill with dengue and receiving treatment in the ICU of the Georgetown Public Hospital, with several other adults also admitted in the past week. The health minister acknowledged an increase in cases locally, with 3,453 people infected with dengue this year in Ghana and 2,169 active cases currently. The highest number of cases was recorded in the week of July 30th to August 5th, with 64% of active cases in people under 30.
Attention truck owners. Between potholes, bad drivers, and high fuel prices, you've got 99 problems to deal with. But with Powered Automotive, your engine ain't one. That's because they stock high-quality parts and spares you need at prices you can't beat. Visit them at Lot 491 EE Eccles, or call or WhatsApp them at telephone number 697-017. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Ghana.
Tired of waiting on hold, tracking down a delivery driver, or carrying cash for your food orders? GTEats is here to make your life easier. Ghana's first cashless food ordering and delivery app. Choose from Georgetown's top restaurants, pay securely with your card, and get your food delivered right to your doorstep. With the convenience of being able to order from your phone and the added feature of tracking your order, GTEats is the ultimate solution for all your food needs. Download the app on Apple and Android stores and start ordering the easy way today.
A construction worker was shot and killed while observing a heated property dispute between his neighbor and another man in West Rumfeld yesterday. A second bystander was also shot and hospitalized with serious injuries. Now, not to make light of this man's death, but this is exactly why you should just drink water and mind your own business, because it seems like nowadays everyone's armed and very unstable with terrible aim. And in other crime-related news, this morning, 23-year-old suspected bandit Abednego Chopman was shot and killed, whilst his alleged accomplice was captured after they allegedly executed a robbery in Georgetown and attempted to flee on motorcycle. The identity of the shooter is unclear, but reports indicate that it may have been either a policeman or a civilian in the area. The incident occurred on King Street, and the investigation is ongoing. 36-year-old janitor Raboni Sahoe drowned in the Essequibo River after falling in while trying to secure a bow rope on the Laguarne Stelling rail. The incident was reported to the police, and a body was found on a Laguarne beach the following day. Patrick Goodluck of Block R Sapphire has been charged with robbery under arms for allegedly robbing Dinesh Rabindranath of $130,000 and a Samsung cellular phone on July the 12th while in the company of another person. The complainant was robbed while heading back to his minibus after completing a transaction in Sapphire. The police have issued a wanted bulletin for Majesty Anthony Fernandes, a suspect involved in the shooting that killed 43-year-old construction worker Dexter Horsham in Georgetown. The shooting occurred after an argument ensued between 6 men and Ezekiel Suban, a 25-year-old private of the Guyana Defense Force, who refused to leave his home. The gunman and other suspects fled the scene, and anyone with information on Fernandes' whereabouts is urged to contact the police. Now for today's oil update. $5 billion of the recently approved supplementary funding will be allocated to the gas-to-energy project. The contracts for the project have already been awarded, including the US $159 million engineering procurement and construction contract awarded to Kalpataru Projects International Limited from India. The gas energy project consists of the construction of 225 kilometers of pipeline from the Liza field in the Storm Block offshore Guyana, where Exxon and its partners are currently producing oil.
It might not be robbery season, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home and business through Sheriff Security Service. Sheriff Security offers well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest, now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today.
Now for our Uncut News Viewers Poll Question of the Day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Ghana, the region, the diaspora, and how you fear it may swells. Last night I asked, what are some ways our nation can reduce inflation?
But before we get to that, I'm proud to announce our latest addition to the Noble Army, Richard Singh, who is supporting us at the reporter level, the highest level of monthly support we've received so far. So thank you, Richard Singh. And also, a special thank you to David Griffith, Dion Nascimento, Project Zero, and Dimitri V. I appreciate you all. And if you're watching at home and you'd like to support our movement, just hit the link in the video description.
Miracle Webster says controlling government spending, investing in the local agriculture sector and industries to reduce reliance on imported goods, considering strategies to improve our exchange rate, and investing in logistic and supply chain efficiency to help reduce costs and prevent supply disruption. Those sound like a great idea. Random Guy says Ghana can fight inflation by cleaning the trash that is in the rivers, oceans, seas, and gutters. Or the government could feed the homeless. To be honest with you, there's so many things the government could do in Ghana, or helping a poor country. Now for tonight's question. How do you feel about the PNC being too broke to host an elections? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Does it worry you at all? I want to know. So, I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out on Monday for another. Until then, I'm Rick Copplefoot saying, have a great weekend. And as always, don't drink and drive, or you'll end up on Monday's episode the hard way. Good night, folks.